Welcome to the Cryptonomatron. Today I'm doing a review on Bankex ICO. So what is the Bankex ICO? Well, Bankex is a proof-of-asset protocol, or POA, and that's a standard that enables a new generation of assets and contracts creating decentralized capital markets. So the Bankex Proof-of-Asset protocol, or POA, is a standard that enables new generation of assets and contracts called decentralized capital markets. They are building Internet of Assets, IOA, on the principles of Bank as a Service, BAAS, powered by Internet of Things, IoT, and artificial intelligence technologies. Proof of Asset protocol is open for third-party fintech providers, artificial intelligence and Internet of Things labs, traditional financial institutions like banks, and also asset owners such as ourselves. So to simplify, essentially proof of asset means that the token issued as part of the protocol is backed by an actual asset. Now they have a couple of competitors that do similar things, not exactly the same way and probably not as good. Salt Lending is one, Veritasium another. LA token allows you to own assets using the LAT, and if there are any others, please post in the comments section below so I can go and have a look at them. So what are the problems they intend to solve with this ICO? Well, they want to tackle non-fungible asset liquidity. Now, a fungible asset is something that can be exchanged easily for something else, like gold, for example. An example of a non-fungible asset would be real estate. They want to tackle distrust in the financial markets that has everybody working for themselves and not as a unity. They want to tackle inefficient financial systems, and they are a direct result of the distrust and lack of cohesion in the financial markets. And they also want to tackle a lack of access to capital for decentralized small businesses or borrowers. So essentially they want to make it cheaper and easier for small businesses to get capital for funding. So how do they go about this? Well, first of all, they want to allow banks to exchange products by smart contracts using blockchain technology. They also want to develop an economical artificial intelligence for risk evaluation. So a little bit about the company themselves. Bankex is already providing fintech solutions for banks such as KYC, Findostakva. They are already providing crowdfunding services, already providing securitization for loan companies, and Bankex has all its products under a Bank as a Service ecosystem. So the Bank as a Service ecosystem business model will include a fintech library, bankexlab.com, a crypto invest bank, bankex.com, and bankex.org, which develops a combination of various smart contracts individually engineered for each type of asset. So this is an example infographic of very simply what they're going to do. They're going to take an asset, they're going to tokenize it, the asset goes into escrow, a smart asset is then created, and that can be a token, coin, or security to raise capital for business venture, for example. Now we'll give you 3 examples here how the proof of asset protocol works. I've tried to simplify it based on a video that's on their light paper website, and you know the videos that actually explains it a bit better, so you should go and watch that as well after this. So bear with me here. We'll give you the first example is a guy that wants to sell his car to raise funds. Okay, so we'll use a car in this example. First of all, Bankex will gather information about the car, age, color, etc. They will check the client's background, that he's of good reputation, free from scams, etc. And they will also check asset availability, location, where it is, as you know, it's not damaged, etc. And they'll do this either automatic or with using a third party, depending on the asset class. They will then verify the terms and conditions depending on the origin and destination. So if it's located in the USA and it's going to be shipped to Australia, for example, the terms and conditions on the location will vary considerably. They will then have to find a logistics company that can deliver the asset, in this case the car. And then after they've completed all these tasks, they will park the car in escrow to keep the car safe and undamaged. They will then, using an accounting app, track the customer's assets within the ecosystem. An Ethereum smart contract will be created. A smart asset is then created and verified by BANKEX. And all of these operations use BANKEX gas. So they have now essentially tokenized the product. They've created a product token. In this case, we'll call it car token. The token then goes on the BANKEX market. There will be peer-to-peer loans offered, and product filters can be applied on the app. So you can select filters such as location, age, etc., etc. The tokens are then bought and sold on the BANKEX market, and the product token is delivered to the buyer, and the seller receives BANKEX tokens. So in the second example, we'll use a small business owner that has a car, another asset, and wants to fund his business. So we have a car owner that wants the funding to start a business. So he decides to tokenize his car. His car is then represented by a car token on the Ethereum blockchain. To raise funds, he sells his car token on the BANKEX market. Different people around the world can purchase this particular car token. The people then receive some car token, and the car owner receives BANKEX tokens. So there is an additional consideration, and this is where the BANKEX Foundation comes in. Say, for example, a client wants to tokenize the office space they use. So there isn't a direct way to do that. So the community of developers are then asked to code a smart contract for office tokenization. The developers write the code to tokenize the office and are then rewarded with BANKEX tokens. The contract is verified by BANKEX themselves. The contract is then deployed on the BANKEX ecosystem, and thus the office owner can now tokenize his office space and earn BANKEX tokens as a result. So it sounds complicated, but in essence it is quite a simple concept. So securitization, by using the blockchain, securitization can be achieved with the tokenization. Thus, the cost of capital will be decreased, and smart contracts will reduce the time and the inefficiency in the process. So the use case examples of this proof of asset are various. They include secondary market for new buildings, real estate, Internet of Things, secondary market for private shares, retail franchise networks, non-profit organizations, minery, car sharing, and crypto special purchases. Now, example of these are all available on the BANKEX website, which I've linked to below in the description. So the BANKEX token itself will be required to gain access to this BANKEX ecosystem. It will be used to tokenize real-world assets, as I've explained earlier. It will be used to create new smart contracts, and it will also be used to buy smart assets from the BANKEX exchange. There is another consideration we have to look at, and that is what's called the Plasma protocol. So the BANKEX technical team have developed the world's first private blockchain that supports the Plasma protocol for public audit that will allow users to transfer different assets directly to each other, leaving intermediaries behind, and solving one of the most pressing problems of current crypto world, high gas consumption. So it's quite a step forward in the technology. And from the technical point of view, Plasma blockchain is another blockchain which can be efficiently settled on the parent Ethereum blockchain. It is well protected by the smart contracts on Ethereum from the misbehaviors of both Plasma operators and Plasma blockchain participants. So, technical stuff aside, let's just have a look at the ICO details. So we are in the last day of pre-sale today. The general crowd sale starts tomorrow. This is the 27th of November 2017, in case you're watching this video after the fact. So 1 Ethereum will equal 500 PBKX or BANKEX tokens. 1 PBKX will equal 0.01 Ethereum roughly at this exchange rate. 1 PBKX will equal $1. So the general crowd sale starts on 28th of November and runs until the 28th of December. The minimum contribution at general crowd sale stage will be 0.1 Ethereum. There will be up to 40% bonuses at the pre-sale stage, which ends today. But the pre-sale minimum investment is 100 Ethereum, and a private sale prior to the pre-sale raised $1.5 million. So we can see the breakdown of the tokens and how they're going to be distributed. Team tokens will be 12.5%. Only 20% will be allocated to the public sale, which is a fairly low figure. 35% will be reserved for institutional investors. Advisors will receive 10%, foundation 10%, and option pool 12.5%. Now this means that the public sale will be for 80 million BANKEX tokens. The reserved amount for institutional investors is 140 million. The advisors will receive 40 million, foundation 40 million, option pool will be 50 million, and the team tokens 50 million. So there will be a total supply of 400 million. The ticker is PBKX. There will be an initial circulating supply of under 260 million. I've asked for confirmation from the Telegram group but didn't receive it. 140 million for the institutional buyers are reserved, and they are limited for resale for 365 days from the purchase date. The team tokens and advisor tokens, the vesting period is to be confirmed. Again, I asked on the Telegram group and wasn't given any direct answers. So it could be they're available straight away. It could be they're being vested for a period of time as well. So potentially there could be only 80,000 tokens on the exchange initially. So that would be nice, and it certainly would be better for investors. The lower circulating supply, the likelihood of higher token price increases. So let's take a look at the roadmap, where we're going to go with this and where we've already been. So in 2009, Igor Kamel, who is the founder and CEO, understands that the world of finance is about to go through global changes. In order to be able to make his contribution to them, he enters the Stanford University to study finances. In 2010, he interns at Citadel Investment Group, one of the most profitable funds, where almost 100% of employees know programming languages. In 2012, he meets Tim Draper, who's a future advisor of Bancor, and he sees that as a turning point in his vision for his perspectives and opportunities. In 2014, he convinces the head of the most profitable bank in Europe, Herman Greff, to create the Sberbank Innovation Lab, which Igor masterminds, and today it is the European leader in banking innovations. 2015, Igor meets Ilham Hachipov, I hope I've pronounced that correctly, and Dmitry Dolgov, founding the BANKEX company as an extension of the FinTech Innovation Lab. So it's been around quite a while. In 2016, BANKEX FinTech Lab begins to operate on a daily basis, and founders of the company come in to work full-time. August 2016, BANKEX creates the Department of Blockchain Development, making friends with Sasha Ivanov, the creator of the Waves platform. In September 2016, the BANKEX team wins the blockchain hackathon organised by the Life.Sreda financial group, creating a solution for peer-to-peer trading deals based on the Telegram Messenger, capable of conducting transactions on the Ethereum blockchain. October 2016, BANKEX begins interaction in technical fields with the Chronobank project team, and they hold one of the first successful ICOs at the beginning of 2017, releasing the Time token. December 2016, through 2016, BANKEX Lab succeeds in signing contracts with 3 banks and deployment of 3 fintech products on the market: KYC, Deposit Exchange, and the crowdfunding marketplace. And throughout that year, BANKEX becomes the winner of more than 10 prestigious prizes and conferences within the fintech sector. Very impressive indeed. February 2017, BANKEX and Microsoft sign a blockchain technological development partnership, receiving Microsoft Azure sponsorship of $120,000. In March 2017, BANKEX Lab achieves operational profit for the first product owner of the BANKEX Proof-of-Asset protocol ecosystem, the fintech subsidiary FinDelivery with a KYC smart asset. In March 2017 again, BANKEX receives status of Securities Emission Advisor and becomes a bank-as-a-service platform. The BANKEX ecosystem is joined by 6 more banks. Additionally, a strategic partnership is formed with the M Deposit Stock Exchange. In April 2017, the start of the development of BANKEX asset tokenization business, the Proof-of-Asset protocol is presented publicly, and the first version of the BANKEX white paper is created. In May 2017, rapid growth of the crypto market coincides with growth of BANKEX team. BANKEX now counts over 50 employees worldwide. There is also public acknowledgement of BANKEX. The company becomes one of the top 50 fintech companies worldwide. Very impressive. In June 2017, BANKEX organises the first proper fintech hackathon, where development teams invite banks to program together. Winners were awarded with pre-BANKEX Waves tokens. In July 2017, the first achievements of the Proof-of-Asset protocol, the product architecture is created. Some of BANKEX innovations are developed and tested, such as the blockchain service architecture, smart asset tokenization, and smart deal. The market reacts very positively. The Proof-of-Asset protocol scheme is validated with global clients. Further, in July 2017, BANKEX releases the BANKEX token based on the Ethereum blockchain. The pre-token sale is concluded within 2 weeks, with a result of over $1.5 million being raised. In August 2017, the BANKEX team receives an award from Vitalik Buterin as winners of the blockchain hackathon. In September 2017, BANKEX businesses opened in New York. A partnership is established with American legal companies, and BANKEX is joined by fintech titan and bank-as-a-service guru Chris Skinner. The initial smart asset offering MVP version based on the Ethereum blockchain is launched. And in October 2017, they have released a demo version of the product, the Proof-of-Asset protocol, which provides new sources of capital for real assets on a crypto-centric fintech platform. They have created an MVP product, and it signifies a solution for business. They also enable new sources of capital for real assets with publicly auditable decentralized banking. In this demonstration, they show how BANKEX technology might be used for mortgage bond contracts. So that's the past. Let's look to the future. So the first quarter and second quarter of 2018, they anticipate the BANKEX KYC adapter, the first Plasma-like commercial implementation, the initial smart asset offer, or ISAO, which will be the first smart asset token sale, the aggregation of necessary licenses and permissions to continue doing business, and more partnerships with banks and exchanges, and a multi-currency token sale engine for the fintech community. So it all sounds very interesting, and I've no doubt they've got the ability to carry all this out. So let's just discuss the team very briefly. Well, it is an all-star team, both the core and advisory body. Go to the website, please look through them. You can search for them. There are many of them that are on LinkedIn, and you can find loads of information about them on there, especially if you follow the BANKEX company on LinkedIn. You can see all their employees. They have 8 core team members, all of whom have got sterling experience in fintech, and especially Igor, the CEO and founder. They have 10 star advisors that have Wall Street banking and fintech experience, including Chris Skinner, who is a fintech titan, and Peg Reed, who formerly worked on Wall Street. There's an additional 8 business and product development team, a 16-man tech team, and there are 17 more talented engineers. So the team is big, and it's very, very, very well experienced. So there is a bounty campaign running. BANKEX is starting its official bounty program to reward its supporters with the tokens. 1% of all tokens sold will be allocated to the bounty program, and the program will run until the end of the token sale, which gives you another month from now. The bounties will be paid within 30 days at the end of the sale. The details I will post below. So partners, there are several partners that BANKEX are with, and that is Enterprise Ethereum Alliance. They're also partnered with Microsoft, DataArt, Balance, which is a consensus formation, Chronobank, as we mentioned earlier, and there are several others. They're also quite active in the community on Telegram. They have over 3,000 members and growing. Facebook, Twitter, Bitcoin Talk Forum, obviously, Reddit, YouTube, and Steemit, and Medium. So, to surmise everything, what are the positives that I took from doing some due diligence on this ICO? Well, first off, they have a working product that is in the process of being tested and further developed, which is a good sign. It means they're committed and they're going to deliver what they say they're going to deliver, even though it is quite a complex, or appears to be a complex product that they're actually doing. Second one, they've got an all-star team and advisory body. They will be the first to implement this plasma protocol, which we discussed earlier will allow assets to be transferred without the high gas price. They already have proven success in gaining awards and recognition. They've won numerous awards, hackathons, been presented with awards from Vitalik. So they've already stamped their mark on the crypto space. And this has got huge potential if successful. As I pointed out earlier, this can apply to several different classes of assets, and it can be used by large financial and banking institutions. So the other positives were that they actually sold 140 million tokens to institutional investors. And the reason I say this is a positive is that if institutional investors are investing in this ICO, then you know it's got legs. We, as the little people, normally for IPOs and different investments don't get a chance to participate until ICOs came along. We were very much on the sidelines. So this is a very good sign that they're committed and have invested so much into this project. And the other bonus here is that their tokens will be locked away for a year, allowing the steady maturity of the tokens from the crowd sale while it hits the exchanges. This company has very strong partnerships with Chronobank and Microsoft and several others. And they're going to tokenize real world assets, which is obviously going to make the transfer of assets a lot easier and a lot cheaper, which will decrease costs and improve efficiency for small businesses in particular. So a lot to look forward to and a lot of positives for this ICO. There are a couple of negatives though. It is a high token price at crowd sale, so I don't expect 100-time gains for this. You're paying almost $1 for a token, so the potential for this to grow to $100 is pretty limited, given the large total supply or circulating supply at any time. My second negative was that larger buyers get up to a 40% bonus at the pre-sale stage, which may encourage them to just cash in quickly. And there's question marks over mass adoption. It seems like a fantastic product and the technology is amazing, but will it get mass adopted by financial institutions and banks? That still remains to be seen. So my verdict on this ICO then? Like a red rag to a bull. I'm giving this one 4.5 stars. I like the technology, I like the idea, it's well supported, the team is all-star, stellar. So yeah, I have invested already at pre-sale stage, and I may invest more at the ICO stage as well. I have very few negatives about this ICO. I'm bullish on it, and I think it would be a good investment for the future. As always, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm only giving my opinion, and that's all it should be. If you want to invest any money, then only invest what you can afford to lose, is the old adage. So if you like this review, please like and subscribe. Click on the bell so you get the notifications. I do a video nearly every day. I didn't do one yesterday because I was suffering from a very bad hangover, but nearly every day I do a video. I maybe do more than one, depending how I'm feeling. And I'll be back tomorrow, maybe with a token to watch, maybe with an ICO review, maybe with a news video. We'll have to see what happens. If you want me to do anything, if you want me to review an ICO, you want me to take a look at something, please post in the comments below. And that's about it for today. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you tomorrow.